Hey class, I am doing my presentation on thiamine deficiency in raptors. Raptors are including birds of prey such as your hawks and your falcons. Bear in mind this deficiency does apply to all birds across the board. However, I will be presenting this from a falconer's perspective in regards to husbandry of that sport. Symptoms of this include ataxia, tremors or spasms, floppy feet, which you will see an example of later, seizures, and muscle paralysis. Typically, with thiamine deficiency or vitamin B1 deficiency, we see these symptoms start from the bottom and work their way up. What that means is typically you will see this deficiency start in the feet. It will then move into the legs, into the wings, into the neck or throat, and then to the brain. Causes of this deficiency, just from a falconer's perspective in terms of the birds of prey that may be in our care, although it is rarely seen, we do see it in birds of prey that are not given a wide variety of nutrition, more specifically eating an excess muscle meat and not balancing it out with other types of meat such as livers, kidneys, stomachs or intestines, which are all extremely important to the balance of a bird of prey's nutrition. The picture that you see here is showing a sign of vitamin deficiency in the talon where we are actually losing pigmentation. Sources of this comes from the internal organs of most of the small prey animals that birds of prey are going to be ingesting, which are going to be your squirrels, rabbits, mice, rats, sometimes insects. If you're hunting with the falcon, they primarily prey on birds. If you're hunting with a hawk, they're primarily preying on your small mammals. Up at the top right-hand corner is an example of floppy feet where the bird is not, this is a chicken obviously. Thiamine deficiency was a little difficult to find physical examples of strictly because it's not super common in birds of prey, especially those under falconry care, and of course that's just because being technically permitted through the federal government, your husbandry has to be on point since you are randomly inspected quite frequently. But the chicken in this particular example is showing signs of floppy feet and seizures as well. It has affected the neck at this point and the head. Fish are also an option, but there's not, at least in the sport of falconry, there's not too many birds that are going to be flown by a person that are going to eat fish, but you can purchase a thiamine supplement as well if you feel that is needed. One reason, we'll actually go to mitigation to discuss this. One reason it's super important for birds of prey to ingest all parts of the animal, which include bone, hair, skin, and eyes, is because that is where thiamine is found in high proportion outside of the liver, which is the singular organ that contains the highest levels. But if a liver is unavailable to you, it's super important that that hawk or that falcon, whether you're flying a buteo or an accipiter or a falconiform, is eating all parts. And that just comes down to your knowledge. You need to know what to look for and you need to know what to feed. Regular hunting is required in falconry anyway. You are required to hunt a minimum of 120 days out of 365 with variety, and then feed the organs. Do not just feed muscle meat. Thank you.